Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So John Bolton, former National Security Advisor, is about to publish his book. Let's take a few minutes to talk about John Bolton's tell-all book and Bill Barr's do-all for Donald worldview. You may have seen yesterday's press conference. Donald Trump was whining and complaining endlessly about the fact that the Bolton book is about to come out. And I won't inflict too much of that press conference on you, but let's take a look at just a few seconds of Donnie's belly aching.
And somebody said he went out and wrote a book. If he wrote a book, I can't imagine that he can, because that's highly classified information. Even conversations with me, they're highly classified. I told that to the Attorney General before. I will consider every conversation with me as president highly classified. So that would mean that if he wrote a book, and if the book gets out, he's broken the law. And I would think that he would have criminal problems. I hope so.
After that, Donald Trump went on to say, and I can quote it, I think, by memory, it's a thing we call criminal liability. And then he turns to Bill Barr and says, Bill, what do you think? Come on. We know what Bill Barr thinks. Donald Trump has just pronounced guilt, right? So in Bill Barr's view of the world, guilt first, maybe investigation later. Guilt first, perhaps evidence later, right? Process, due process? We don't need no stinking due process. Donald Trump has already pronounced guilt. Let's talk for a minute about how traditionally there has been separation between the White House and the Department of Justice. Why is it that we need separation between the folks who are supposed to investigate crime, the Department of Justice, the FBI, and the White House, the executive branch? If White House officials, the president, the vice president, cabinet members commit crime, who is it that investigates it? It's the FBI. The FBI is an organization within the Department of Justice. So how can you have a head of the Department of Justice, the Attorney General Bill Barr, serving as the attorney, the protector, the enabler for the President of the United States, the head of the executive branch? You know, that is, at a minimum, figuratively and almost literally, the cop in bed with the criminal, if the President of the United States is a criminal. Do we think Donald Trump has committed crimes? We need to get back to some semblance of sanity with respect to how the Department of Justice operates, and we will in January. I suggest that there needs to be a standing independent counsel. Not a special counsel. Bob Mueller was a special counsel, but he was still answerable to the Attorney General. He wasn't independent. I suggest we need a permanent, standing, independent counsel that will be free to look into executive branch wrongdoing, presidential crimes, without having to worry about the next Bill Barr, somebody who abandons, walks away from, abdicates his responsibility to the rule of law and to the people of the United States, indeed to justice, and instead does everything he can to protect and enable a corrupt president who wants to do all of the criming he can while in office. We need to have a truly independent counsel. And the time to stand up that kind of an organization, that kind of an office, is when we have a law-abiding president, right? Donald Trump is certainly not going to support an independent counsel's office that would have free reign, that would not be beholden to him, that would have the ability to fairly and fully and apolitically and independently investigate his crimes and the crimes of his cabinet members and the vice president and his family members who are like free-range bureaucrats within the White house, having no responsibility, but having all the power to mess with our system of government and we the people as they see fit, with no accountability, unconstrained. Once we have a law-abiding president come January and Joe Biden appoints a law-enforcing attorney general, that's the time we need to consider creating, standing up, a permanent independent counsel. The time to do it is when we have a law-abiding administration, an administration that would welcome independent oversight and accountability, because they will be acting lawfully, unlike Donald Trump. So hopefully come January, that is one of the many fixes and reforms that Joe Biden and his administration will put in place, because if we continue to let the cops protect the criminals, we will likely be exactly where we are right now in this country. And folks, it's not a good place. But there is a storm coming in January. You all get to exercise your superpower, your power of the vote. You know, that is the day, election day, that you all are the superheroes who get to tell Donald Trump and Bill Barr and Mike Pence and Donald Trump's merry band of sycophants, we're done with you. We're done with you running roughshod over the rule of law and the American people. We're not completely done with you, because that's when the investigations will commence, because there can be no turning the other cheek, letting bygones be bygones. You know, the way to obtain justice is not to decline to hold the wrongdoers accountable. It's holding the wrongdoers accountable. So come January, that is what we will have to tackle. And I'm confident that the incoming administration will be up to that challenge. As always, folks, please stay safe, and I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.